Hi, and welcome to Optimize Your Nosto Tool series. This session will go through recommendations, best practices. So this is if you really want to optimize those recommendations that you currently have in your Nosto tool. Maybe you think these are not working the best they should. Then you can really watch this series today to really optimize that. So I will get started. So first one is the homepage, and here we recommend to have one slot that uses fallbacks to hit 3 different customer types: newbies, browsers, and shoppers. You can use the picture on the right hand side as your reference on the order of these fallbacks to the primary recommendation. So first, the primary recommendation will be order related, which will be shown by customers that are already shopped on your store. Then you have a second fallback recommendation, which will be personalized, and that will be to the browsers. So customers that have been on your store before but haven't bought anything. And then we have the third fallback, which will be the bestseller recommendation, which will really show the new visitors, the bestsellers, and the trending products on your site. So this is super good to have quite high up on the page, and then really without segmentation and insights, you can really segment the homepage. And then we have the category pages. And here we recommend to have a browsing history related recommendation and include products within the currently viewed category. And then you can integrate this with bestseller as a fallback if you need to either have some more stocks. So it depends how your template looks, of course, and how much things you have in the category, but always good to have a fallback. And you can see on the right hand side here, you see the filtering, how you set that up in the filtering section of creating a recommendation. And then you can see as well the order of the recommendation. And then we have product pages. And here we recommend to have 2 slots. But the first and primary one would be product-based cross-sell from with the same category of the viewed product. And then if you want to complement this, you can have a product-based cross-sell for other categories than the viewed products. And the logic here is, so if I'm going to a site and looking for a party dress, for example, I would like to see alternative party dresses to that, but I would also like to see other items I can wear with that party dress, for example. So maybe shoes or hairbands or anything like that. And then you can see on the right hand side here how you would set these up in the filtering sections 1 and 2, and then you also see how they would look like in the Nosto dashboard. Then we have cart page. So based on what the customer have in their cart, other customer has bought X and Y, which would then be that primary recommendation, which would be cart based. And then you can have an additional slot with a recommendation that can have personalized items. So then the customer can see what have other customer bought when they went through the checkout, and then you can also see what your personalized items, not only what other people liked, but also what you liked. So that can be a really powerful strategy to have in the cart page. So I really recommend this one. And then we have the search page. Here you can have 2 different types of recommendations that you can choose to have. The first one is searched and viewed. That recommends products based on what people viewed after searching the term. And then you have search and purchased, and that recommends products based on what people bought after searching with the search term. So that is a bit of your decision there, what you would like to choose. You can also A/B test these to see which ones work best on your site. But that is also a suggestion. And then we have the 404 page. So if the shopper or browsers internally find themselves on a 404 page, they can quickly and easily navigate back to where they would like to be or where they were. So here we have the primary recommendation as browsing history. So they will then see what they browsed before in the recommendation. And if it is anyone new on site, they can go back to the bestsellers and navigate back to the product pages that way. And then the last slide of this presentation is not to forget the CXP plan to really complete that personalization optimization of Nosto. If you would like to upgrade to the CXP plan, you can have the A/B testing. You can A/B test all the recommendations on site, which are working the best for you. You can also add specific segments to your recommendation slots, which can really optimizing Nosto further, and that is a really crucial tool for the personalization of Nosto. So please just reach out to me if you have any interest of that. We can discuss that further. And then the third point is that you can design the template exactly how you want. And this is not just with the CXP plan, this is with everyone that has Nosto. Don't forget, if you have a template that looks a bit outdated, you can update it either with Nosto or internally if you have that resource. And then the next step of this presentation, I will actually go into the Nosto tool and go through how you set up the first page recommendation, and then go through the A/B testing and segmentation insights, so you understand as well how that can really help your performance of Nosto.
So first I'm going to go through the recommendations. So I will click that in here. I will go to create a new recommendation on the right hand side here. Then I will choose the front page as page type. I will use the front page Nosto 1, and then you can choose different segments here. I will only do everyone for this example. And then you can schedule the campaign here if you like. And this is the primary recommendation type. So this I will choose order related recommendation. And you can include certain products here, such as price range here, and that enable it there. And then you can also exclude products. So if you want to exclude categories, you can write that in there and enable that there. And then you have the visual settings. You can select the template that you've chosen for this recommendation, and then the recommendation title. And then we save and activate this. Then we go to the front page, as this is where the recommendation is. And here we have that. So we click into that. And then we scroll down until we see the fallback. So create a new fallback recommendation. Okay. And then the second one is browsing history, as showed in the presentation. And then we can do the same here as before, include products or exclude products. Then we have the visual settings. You can change the recommendation title here. And then you see the order, a priority. This is the primary one, and that is the one we just added now. And then press next. And then we will save and activate that. Then we will go to the same recommendation again. And then we will scroll down to the fallbacks there. Press OK here again. And then for this one, we use the bestsellers to be the last fallback here. Press next, same, including products and excluding products as before. And then you can change the recommendation title here as well. So it's the same thing. And then you have the order priority. You can really change them here. But the primary one would be still. But this is the one that is recommended in presentation, and then I save and activate that. And that is now a recommendation that will hit all 3 different customer types. So an easy setup. So here we have the segmentation and insights module. This is included in the CXP solution, which is our newer plans. So if you're interested in this module or the A/B testing I'm going to show you later, you can just contact me and we can discuss. But with the Nosto segmentation, we allow you to segment your customers who share the similar traits to uncover some e-commerce specific insights and ultimately implement powerful personalization strategies across different channels. So we offer out of the box AI-powered automated segments which surface every stage of the customer lifecycle. So here we can see the lifecycle segments that are already in place. And then in addition to that, on-demand segmentation is available. It can be used to tailor personalized strategies based on different customer or product attributes. So for instance, if you want to personalize and create different experiences for visitors in New York who are interested in boxing gear compared to Californian-based customers shopping yoga garments and accessories, you can achieve this in a few minutes by setting up different segments. So let's go to the creating a new segment and I will show you here. Write in the name of the segment here. I will do the yoga California example here. So I will name it as Yoga California segment. I will use a single session here as the persistence type. And then I will do add location. So I will do California. And then I will also add a category affinity. So that will be yoga there. And then I will also do purchase brands. So if they purchase any specific brands in the past, you can choose that on the right-hand side there. Here I will write Lululemon just as an example. And for time period, all time. And then this is done. Then I can search here in the tool search toolbar yoga, and then I can see it here. And then it will collect data here once it's set up, so then you can start using it. You can then apply this segments to recommendations, to any pop-ups, to any content campaigns, and so on. So last but not least is the A/B testing and optimization. This module allows you to understand how different experience variation across your site affects the behavior of each individual visitor. And then with our continuous optimization tool, you will never have to worry about turning customers away with unfavorable on-site experiences. So I will go through how you set up an A/B test, but I first want to go through what kind of approach you can take before setting up these tests. So at Nosto, we recommend to consider who, what, where, and why. So first one is who, the segment you wish to target. Then the second one is what, the content or recommendation you wish to test. And then 3, where, the placement or placements you will use, and where on the site it should appear. And then 4, why, the purpose of the test, focusing on the metrics you wish to optimize for. So those are something to really consider and really set up the goals before the test is going to be set up. And now I will move into the A/B testing and create a new test. Once you're in, you have different types of tests. The first one is campaign, where you can test 2 or more algorithms, merchandise rules, or design against each other within one placement. And then we have experience, test out different on-site experiences across a single page or the entirety of your online store. And then we have multivariant tests, test multiple elements to see which combination products is the highest performing. And then we have sequence, test merchandising sequence against one more variations. And then I will name it as a test 1. There, and I won't do any description because that is up to you on your goals and everything that you have set up. And then we move along, and then we have optimization goal is conversion rate, average order value, and click-through rate. For this example, we do conversion rate, and then you can choose other segments here. But for this example as well, we'll do everyone. And then we will select a placement. I will search for one of the front page placements, the one that we did in the recommendations as well. Let's choose that one there. And then there's already a variation A, which are already in that placement, and we will choose a variation B. I want it to be in the same placement, so I will do front page again. And I can see that one handpicked for you is in that placement, so I will choose that one and press OK. Now we can see we have 2 different variations against each other. And then we can choose to continuously optimize, or we can turn it off as well, where we will see that is a 50-50 base. That is on you how you want to do it. And then this is a summary of the test. And then we will enable and activate that. And then we can see our A/B test 1 below here. And we can say it's live. We can say what kind of type it is, when it's created. And then we can check in here if we see any results. So that can take a month to get all that data in. Thank you so much. That was my presentation for this time. And if you have any questions, you can always message me. Thank you.